Good morning, everybody. So, today I was looking for breaking news other than Trump and the DC thing, which Trump is, I guess, cleaning up the streets of DC with the National Guard. Everybody keeps saying he's militarizing and doing this. Everybody realizes that the military, he's the commander in chief of the armed forces, which means the military works for him. Anyway, but that's the only thing late breaking. More hurricanes. I mean earthquakes. The earth is shaking. I mean, the San Andreas fault is getting weaker and weaker, I bet, with all this craziness that's been going on. All these earthquakes, 6.5, 5.5. There was just one in Indonesia not that long ago. But just yesterday, as a matter of fact, I believe there was an earthquake in Indonesia. There was the Russia one that set off 7 volcanoes. There was another earthquake. What is going on? The earth is angry with us, apparently, because it's getting very shaky. But anyway, back to the point of why I'm here. It's that time. 2 more. Just because. They had 2 other ones. We got this one and this one. So let's see what they look like, shall we? Don't want to tear the box, so hold on. Alright, guys, back to where I was. Anyway, sorry, let's get back to this. Here we go. There's 1. There's 2. Now, alright, here we go. Da-da-da-da, da-da-da. I got the brown one. I already got him though. He's a repeat. There we go. He was a repeat, but that's okay, because now I got a set of twins. I got twinsies. And last one. This was a super secretive one. A super special one, see? It was this design. So let's see. What one do we have? Let's see. Alright, here we go. Da-da-da. Oops, you got stuff. Da-da-da. What one are you? No bow tie. I think. Wait. I gotta get my glasses on. Hold on, guys. I'll put my glasses on so I can see these little things. They write so tiny. Alright. Well, hell's bells, they're all secrets. Oh, they're all secrets. Okay, well, it's hard to see what the secret is if they're all secrets. And then there's a mystery one. But I don't know if I got that one or not. How do you know? They all look alike. I think I got the first one. Maybe. Nope, he doesn't have eyebrows like that. Hold on. I'm trying to figure it out, guys. Alright, so these are the ones that we would get. You see them? This is the one I got. I'm not sure if I see him on there, so he might be this one, but I'm not positive. I don't know anything about this. I just think these are very cute. And they have them super cheap where I live. So, yeah. This $5. They sound super cheaper. And it is not a faker. See? There's the pop mark. And there's the pop mark. And I do keep these because, well, they are collectible in my eyes. So I want to keep all the little packaging for them because, you know. So now we're going to go over and put them with, and I redid my table, guys. Look. There's the collection. And we're going to, and oh, we got to fix the Twinnie. Hold on. Let's put him down for a second. There we go. So I can turn the camera so you guys can see. All right. So now we got the Twinnies. There we go. We got, there we go. And then we're going to put this little guy right here. There we go. All right, guys. Well, that's pretty much it for right now. I will be back later with some more updates and stuff like that. I'm currently working on this project, a blanket for my child, or a throw rather, not a blanket, but like a shawl, like a throw for her neck kind of thing. But it's going to be super soft. She's going to love it, I think. Anyway, so I will catch you later. And of course, when I'm done, I will show you what it looks like and show you the finished product. And they are so simple to use. I'm going to show you. It took me forever, and this is so silly. You guys are going to laugh. But this took me forever to figure out how to do. And let me move so you can see. But there we go. This is all you do. Around and around, all the way down, and then, but yeah, this is literally all you do. All right, so you go in a zigzag, except you gotta make sure it doesn't do that. But you go around like a figure 8, basically, all the way up and through, like so. And of course, it's so easy. If you're looking for a project for your daughters or sons, you know, some boys like to crochet or knit. This would be considered loom knitting and loom knitting, and they have all sorts of different looms. And so I find that some boys do like to do it. It's great with the dexterity of the hands if you can get them off the video games. And then you take your little special hook and you go in this first one right here, take that first strand up and over to secure the yarn so it doesn't unravel. Then you go to the other side and you do the same thing. Well, that's what I like to do anyway. And it secures the yarn. Now watch, I can let go of this now and it won't unravel. And that's all you do all the way down. You just take the strand and up and over all the way down. And then eventually the stitches come out looking like this. And that's my day for today. Just basically chilling at home, relaxing, and working on my project. So I hope everybody has a wonderful day. And yeah, enjoy this beautiful day. We're in the middle of a heat wave here in New York. It's supposed to hit near 90 today. All week is supposed to be hot until I think Friday, and then it's supposed to downpour. We'll see. But anyway, guys, I will catch you up later with more news. And more top stories, hopefully I mean, hopefully there are no late breaking news. And I will keep you updated on the whole volcano and earthquake thing that's been going on, because this is getting crazy with all this. And of course, the aliens. Listen, guys, with this alien invasion, I don't know why they're trying to, but you know our government. They're not saying stuff like this for no reason. The people that are saying the things that they're saying about this alien craft, they're not saying it for no reason. They're telling us, they're dropping these little Easter eggs for a reason, whatever that reason might be. And I will tell, sorry, my eyes need to readjust. I'm blind. Anyway, the point is that, do I think that there's an alien craft coming? Me personally, no, I do not. I don't believe that's an alien craft. What I think it is just an asteroid or something. What I think they're doing is they're preparing us. Excuse me, sorry. I think they're preparing us mentally for something. Because I don't think they necessarily want to cause chaos. But I do think that they want us to think in terms of aliens for a reason. Now, am I saying that there's no life out there? Of course not. I'm not saying that. Because we all know that this universe is so vast that there could be other life somewhere out there. Do I think they're coming here and abducting people and visiting people and they're going to invade us and all this? No, I don't buy into all that. Because, I'm sorry, why? What would be the purpose? Think about that. If in an advanced civilization, we're talking millions of years more advanced than us, according to the experts, people that are much smarter than me, say that these beings are millions of years more advanced than us. Why the hell would they want to interact with us, if you think about that? We're like little specks to them. Because, I mean, think about it. If you were to compare us to them, and I love being a human, don't get me wrong, but we are the most violent creatures ever. If you think about it, we go on what other creature do you know does something so evil just because? It's or what other creature do you know hunts for sport? What other creatures do you know live like we do? Fight each other over land. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't think aliens would be too interested in us, other than lab rats and somebody to look at and maybe have a night on we would be their comedy of errors. Like you know how we sit around watching funny comedy shows or a comedian do a show? Well, they're probably sitting around their dinner table watching TV, or their alien TV, watching humans act foolish. That would be their comedic relief. But I do believe they're preparing us for something. Mentally preparing us for something. I think they're going to go through with this and say that this is an alien craft of some sort, and because they've been dropping these hints already. And I believe that they're going to make it sound, if the Earth doesn't take care of this first, I think they're going to basically use it as a reason to, I can't even really say that. I don't know what this is about. I honestly don't know what their plan would be, because other than a one world order, but I don't see that happening either, because a lot of our allies are a little annoyed with us because we're standing by Israel, I guess. But it's crazy. This whole country's lost its mind. I don't mean everybody in the country. I mean certain individuals are making it worse for us instead of better. You know, the liberal leftist lunatics and the people that just don't care. I mean, here's a good one for you. You remember the guy that out of, I think, Columbia University, the student that was picked up and all this other stuff and told basically to the point of almost being deported because and losing his visa status or whatever, all because and he was protesting in support of Hamas and refusing to condemn Hamas. And we know what type of group that is. And he still, he got out of detention, and instead of just being with his family, going to his job, going to school, doing whatever he was supposed to do and just living life and knocking it off, what does he do? Go right back to the same activities that got him in trouble the first time. There's learning your lesson for you. This time, I hope they really do get their way. I hope they are able to deport him. Because the real problem is that lately in this country, we have been... I can't even say it's just in this country, because I think I've seen it in others as well, where we're celebrating, people are actually celebrating evil deeds, evil actions, bad actions, or criminal acts, and they're condemning good acts. What I mean by that is, like, here's a good example of that, okay? The whole thing with that student, or the whole Carmelo Anthony thing, okay? Everybody's putting him up as this big hero, even though another child was taken from his family by his hands, according to his mouth. Trial hasn't happened yet, but he was indicted. But the point is, people are calling him a hero. There are t-shirts that were made up that call this boy a hero, okay? We are celebrating an act that is evil. That's one. The next thing is that we condemn, that people are condemning good acts. A guy giving up his own money, his own time, when the whole flash flooding happened in Texas. People were condemning this guy because he stepped up to help. Seriously, like what? I mean, I want to show you guys something, okay? It's called this right here. Now, my kids have been calling me a zealot because of it, but no. This right here. Okay, I want you to open up to the book of Revelations. Okay? I'm not going to read this all, but I'm going to the New Jerusalem. Okay, this is... I gotta get my glasses back on because I can't read it without them. Okay? And I saw an angel coming down out of heaven, having the key to abyss, and holding his hand in a great chain. He seized the dragon, the ancient serpent, who is the devil, or Satan, and bound him for 1,000 years. He threw him into the abyss, and locked and sealed it over him, to keep him from deceiving the nations any more until the 1,000 years were ended. After that he must be set free for a short time. I saw the thrones on which we were seated, those who had been given the authority to judge. And I saw the souls of those who had been beheaded because of their testimony for Jesus and because of the word of God. They came to life and reigned with Christ for 1,000 years. This is the first resurrection. Blessed and holy are those who have who have part in the first resurrection. When the 1,000 years are over, Satan will be released from his prison. Now that is referring to the end times. Okay, that 1,000-year ending, that's when the Antichrist. That's what they're talking about. Okay. Satan will be released from his prison and go out to deceive the nations from corners to corner of the earth. Gog and Magog. That's that whole Antichrist. Okay? Like I said. To gather them for battle. In numbers, they are like the sand on the seashore. They marched across the breadth of the earth and surrounded the camp of the God's people, the city he loves. But fire came down from heaven and devoured them. And the devil who deceived them was thrown into the lake of burning sulfur where the beast and the false prophet have been thrown. They will be tormented day and night forever and ever. Then I saw a great white throne and him who was seated on it. Earth and sky fled from his presence, and there was no place for them. And I saw the dead, great and small, standing before the throne, and the books were open. Another book was opened, which is the book of life. The dead were judged according to what they had done, as recorded in the book. And it pretty much just goes on from there. Okay? It starts at John and the Great Vision. Okay? It deals with the 7 churches. These 7 churches were the province of Asia, although the letters addressed to them are specific problems of each church. John sends the whole book to all the 7 churches. Chapter 1, verse 1, the Revelation, the first word of the last book in the Bible, Revelation, is also the title of the book. Just as Genesis, the beginning, is the title of the first word of the first book. Revelation is the translation of the Greek word I have no idea. Sorry, apocalypse. Why didn't they just say call it that? Okay. Suggests a catastrophic event, but in the Bible it means the disclosure of something hidden. So basically the idea is the end times, nobody knows when that's going to happen. You have to live every day as if it were the end. Because you should be doing that anyway. And we need to really stop with the nonsense. Because I don't know if you guys read the Bible. But if you haven't, you should. Because it's good to read. You'll never find a book that has more action. It has everything in it. It has betrayal, action, romance, crime. It has everything, a little bit of everything for everybody. But the point is that we need to stop and get back to this book. Because he's watching. And you know what's going to end up happening? He's going to get to the point where, because what he did say was he wouldn't cleanse the earth any longer. That's why he gave the rainbow. He said, this is my promise. Not going to do that again. But it does say somewhere in that book about fire and brimstone and that flames will come from the heavens. Yeah. So maybe live your life every day as if it is the last day, because that's the best way to live. Be with your family. Get back to family values, because that's what this does. It brings you together as a family. Anyway, guys, that's pretty much it for now. I hope everybody has a blessed day. I hope everybody enjoyed the small reading. And if you guys want to hear more, let me know, and I'll do more. Point is that I think that we need to start remembering that we should be caring for our fellow man, not harming them. We should be showing love and compassion, not hate and, I don't know, craziness. We should be just all this craziness that's been going on in the world. We need to stop. We need to reassess. And we need to realize that somebody's watching us. And that somebody, Sodom and Gomorrah, will be right with them if we're not careful. Except this time, there ain't going to be no boat. There's not going to be Noah. Because this time, he comes back. Jesus. And the tribulation, and then the trumpets, and the whole nine. Now, there have been some scenes that have come out of the book that have happened. So, I don't know. They've been discovering that a lot of things that were written in here are true. They've also been discovering that certain things that are written in there prophetic-wise, prophecy-wise, happen to be coming true. Like the Euphrates River drying up. Like the wars. All the craziness going on. All, the earth shall shake. The earth is shaking. Anyway, guys, you let me know what you think. And, yeah. Let me know what you think, and let me know what you think of these guys. And, yeah, I'll catch you guys on the flip. Don't forget, try to be kind to one another. Life's too short for all this craziness. Don't forget, like and subscribe for more fun. I'll catch you guys later. And hit that like, hit that subscribe, spread the message, because it literally helps the channel when you do that. It helps me out a ton, and I absolutely could not do what I do without you. So we are a team. So if you hit that like, the message gets sent out, and then somebody might hear the message, and it might make this world a better place. I don't know, but one can hope and pray, because right now we have chaos after chaos after chaos happening, and in it all, we shouldn't be living like this. We should be kind to one another. We should have love and compassion and live by the word, because that's the best way to do it. Now, we all know that. Anyway, guys, well, that's pretty much it for today, for now. I'll catch you later. And don't forget, like I said, live by the golden rule. For those of you who don't know what that is, it's very simple. Treat others how you want to be treated. Because if you treat people the way you want to be treated, you're going to find out that a lot of people are treating people nicely and kindly. Anyway, guys, I'll catch you later. I'll catch you on the flip. Don't forget, like and subscribe. Thank you. Peace.